There and welcome back to my channel, my friends. John here from Romania. I am an online entrepreneur and I like to share with you value information and ideas about making money online. Take your time for learning and make money right after that. Feel free to look around the channel and consider subscribing with bell notification on. Could you really bring in cash from contributing to a blog? All things considered, obviously you can. Over the most recent 30 days, one of my sites has made over $5,000. Furthermore, it really doesn't take long to get your first check from publishing content to a blog, as long as you follow the correct techniques. My name is John and I've been doing contributing to a blog online for a long while now. Also, what I need to do is take you through the systems that assisted me with getting my first check with my blog. There was over $500. Presently you may be needing to begin a blog. Also, you may be getting kept down by the way that it can require some investment, you don't have a clue where to begin, you don't have the foggiest idea what to do. Yet, I'm really going to take you through these components that assisted me with beginning. What's more, presently I have numerous online journals that get thousands of visits every day. Also, presently I'm doing this full time. Also, this is one of my revenue streams on the web. Presently, when I previously began on the web, I began a blog and around about August in 2015, called WorkSmartNotHard.com. Furthermore, a few months after the fact, I got my first check from that specific blog for over $500. Furthermore, toward the finish of this video, I'll really reveal to you how I brought in the cash from that blog, what strategy one used to adapt that blog. Adaptation is a word that we use for the specific technique that you use to bring in cash from your site or blog. Presently, clearly, from the time that I got that $500, I've worked incredibly hard throughout the long term. What's more, since blog is making 6 figures for every month. So these are the genuine variables that encouraged me go from that $500 to that beginning stage that truly is the hardest with regards to contributing to a blog. And afterward, once you move beyond it hard point, that gets simpler and simpler after some time. What's more, you'll comprehend what I mean in a second, when we begin getting into these variables. Number 1 is don't expect results immediately. However, do anticipate results. What I mean by that is you can proceed to anticipate results. You're beginning a blog, and you can hope to bring in cash from that blog. You reserve the privilege to bring in cash from that blog. In any case, the thing is, don't expect results straight away. Don't simply post a blog entry, and afterward believe that you will bring in cash the following day. That doesn't work. Since, supposing that that was the way that I worked, we would all make huge loads of cash. So you've sort of had the opportunity to escape that attitude and comprehend that it will take a tad of work toward the begin to get the show on the road, so you can really get traffic and begin to bring in cash. So how would you really do that? Above all else, number 2 is you need to blog about something that you appreciate. The explanation behind this is on the grounds that it's more pleasant on the off chance that you blog about something that you despise. So for instance, on the off chance that you know nothing about bringing in cash on the web, and you start a blog about bringing in cash on the web, you're not going to locate that pleasant. You will do a couple of posts, and afterward you're simply going to stop. When you accomplish something that is agreeable, you really receive delight in return and you like doing it and makes you need to do it more. So you continue onward and you hit that open door where you really get your first check from your blog. This is very significant on the grounds that the vast majority don't get to the step. They will simply blog about stuff they don't think about. Furthermore, it slaughters their blog before it even beginning, since it simply doesn't work, since they surrender, since they abhor expounding on that specific point. Number 3, this is truly what added to the most achievement of my blog when I was static. What's more, that was accomplishing something many refer to as utilizing Google to discover low-hanging organic products. So I get the greater part of my blog traffic from natural Google traffic when somebody goes into Google and looks for something. In any case, What the vast majority do is say, for instance, in the event that you have a blog on the best way to bring in cash on the web or the bring in cash online specialty, a great many people will simply proceed to do articles how to bring in cash on the web. You're never going to get traffic from that in light of the fact that there's such a lot of rivalry. So how about we simply state that you have a blog on ponies, you may do 15 equestrian tips for proficient show jumping in 2021. That is an easy pickings, on the grounds that it's a long-tail catchphrase that many individuals won't be looking. However, you will get searches and afterward start gradually, and you may get a couple of searches a day. And afterward you continue going as you post more substance. What's more, you'll get an ever-increasing number of searches. On the off chance that you simply go for hard catchphrases and hard themes that every other person is going for, you're never going to get your blog going. In any case, as your blog gets more grounded, at that point you can go for those harder themes. Presently, number 4 is one that many individuals don't comprehend. Also, you truly need to get this. What's more, this is continue doing content until you get what we call the snowball impact. In the event that you roll a snowball down a slope, it will get greater and greater and greater as it gathers day off. That is the equivalent with contributing to a blog. On the off chance that you continue composing content, your blog will get greater and greater and greater with traffic, and you'll begin to get more cash flow, or you'll get your first check. The thing is, it's sort of like an aggravating impact. The more substance you do, the more the traffic mixes on the grounds that you're getting traffic on your more established blog entry. But at the same time you're getting traffic on your new blog entry. Furthermore, that develops much the same as a snowball. That is the reason it's known as the snowball impact. This is truly significant when you're publishing content to a blog. On the off chance that you really see this chart of one of my online journals, you'll see that it goes up and up and up and up and up. And afterward we had somewhat of a plunge. That was on the grounds that we needed to really take one of our articles disconnected. However, to see it went up and up and up at a predictable rate. That is on the grounds that we posted substance reliably. For 1 year on that blog, and we really missed that half a month, and we likely might have had this traffic twofold in the event that we needed to, yet we took as much time as is needed. So now it's getting around 15,000 perspectives for every month, naturally for nothing, without me busy. Since these articles that I did in the past over the most recent a year, we quit composing for this blog around 2 months back, or getting me the traffic. So it's truly essential to zero in on the snowball impact. By composing loads of substance, I realize it requires significant investment. Perhaps you simply compose like a couple of blog entries 7 days, when you're beginning to do somewhat more. In any case, the more work you put in at a beginning, the more compensating it will be later on down the track, when your blog's really developing. Presently, number 5 is something that I did when I began, and it sort of supported my first check. What you need to do is going into networks like discussions, and being dynamic in your specialty. So on the off chance that you have a blog on fishing, at that point proceed to be dynamic in discussions. Furthermore, what you can do is you can really place your blog in the mark, and individuals can click that connect. Or then again, in the event that you put an incentive in the discussion, and you can possibly, a few gatherings don't in a real sense put your connection. Be that as it may, in the event that you can sneak your blog interface in there, you can get 1,000s, even many 1,000s of perspectives every month, even from a ton of these discussions, in the event that you become dynamic in the network. In the event that you give esteem, individuals going to click your blog. I realize that this works, since this is actually how I supported a great deal of my traffic. At the point when I began my first blog online occasions. Also, that added to my check coming to me speedier. That $500 check, I got that significantly snappier than what a great many people would, in light of the fact that I was dynamic in network. So number 6 is presumably the most significant of all: make a move. A great many people never make a move, in reality proceed to begin a blog, simply proceed to begin a blog and compose content. What's more, you'll be stunned. Also, don't stress over all the extravagant stuff. Individuals talk about site improvement, backlinks, such kind of stuff. Simply begin composing content. Also, you'll be flabbergasted at how quick that traffic develops after some time. Simply straight right substance for the following 2.25 of a year. Also, you'll be stunned at how quick the traffic begins compounding, and you'll be astounded at how huge your snowball develops. So proceed to begin. Try not to allow anyone to state to you that writing for a blog isn't the correct thing for you. Try not to allow anyone to state that you shouldn't bring in cash from your blog. You reserve the option to get results from your blog. Presently, how could I make my first $500 check from my blog? Presently, this is most likely the technique that I suggest everyone does when they're beginning. Furthermore, there's a couple of ways you can bring in cash from a blog. It couldn't be any more obvious. You don't really have to stress over your specialty to an extreme. Many individuals state, "Hello, I need to be in the bring in cash online specialty on the grounds that there's bunches of cash." You can put advertisements on any blog, it doesn't make a difference. Presently, I didn't utilize advertisements to get my first check. In any case, that is one of the techniques that you can utilize. You can put Google promotions on your blog. The strategy that I utilized was partner advertising, where I proceeded to put a connection on my blog entry. Furthermore, I think one about the blog entries I had around then was the means by which to begin a blog, and individuals would click that connection and I would get a commission. I got $65 by then of time, per reference to the site. And afterward, when I got my check from them, since you get paid some of the time once per month or once every couple of months, contingent upon the stage that you're advancing, I got that check was over $500. So associate advertising, as I would see it, is the most ideal approach to adapt your blog. Also, there's loads of various organizations that you can use to do that. What's more, you can do partner showcasing in any specialty. What's significant is getting the traffic doing the substance first, at that point agonizing over adapting your blog and bringing in cash from it 2 or 3 months down the track. Since, in such a case that you center around the cash first, I realize you need to bring in cash. Yet, on the off chance that you center around the cash first, you're not in the correct outlook to truly take that blog to the following level, since you're too centered around the cash. Appreciate doing the substance, do it in a specialty that you appreciate, and you appreciate publishing content to a blog significantly more. Presently, in the event that you need to get familiar with offshoot advertising and stuff that way, I'll really leave a few recordings up on the privilege on the screen that will take you through how you can bring in cash from your blog. Whenever you have the traffic, and I make you through step by step how you can begin member advertising on the web. I trust you appreciated this video. On the off chance that you have any inquiries, let me know beneath. I'm eager to assist out. Remember to buy in, tap that notice bell, and I trust one. See you in the following video on the right. John from Romania.